Okay, hello everyone again, and today we have with us Andreas from Russia.
Yeah.
And he today is going to be discussing the Russian culture with us, and we welcome him on the show. And thanks a lot for taking out time today for us. And which city do you come from exactly in Russia?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for that time and the interview. I am from Russia, Siberia.
Okay, then again we move on to our first section of our interview with the food section. And so what kind of normal food dishes do you have in Russia?
Yeah, we have millions different food, but if I would pick one very important specific out that almost everyone is eating and you must have it in your refrigerator, it's pelmeni. It's basically dumplings. So it's meat in dough. It's prepared, it's frozen. When you want to eat it, you cook it up and you eat it, for example, with crème fraîche or Russian style of crème fraîche, which is called smetana, for example, or any other like sauce or thing you like. But it's like dumplings. But since I love food, there is not only pelmeni, there is pierogi, there is chebureki, there is so many other stuff. And yeah,
it's all meat.
Meat is involved in a lot of ways, but also like amazing salads like shuba, silotka pod shubai, or olivier, which is my favorite salad. Yeah.
I've heard a lot about Russian salad. What exactly is it like?
I think it's a more dense salad. It's more like, it makes you more full compared to like a Mediterranean salad or so. Yeah, that's the thing. Russian food is fat, is filling, is nutritious, because you need to have energy you need to survive the cold, right?
And so, what do you guys prefer to drink alongside the food? What you are having?
Are you talking about like alcoholic drinks, more or less?
Like the traditional Russian drink? Is there any?
Kvass. I'm sorry, like this. I haven't seen it for so long here in Germany. I'm lacking it. I'm missing it. But like in summer, kvass is the thing to go. It's you can have it on the street. It's very refreshing. It's like a bread-based, watery drink or something like that. Yeah. When it comes to alcoholic drinks, of course, vodka is the thing to go. So you have on every celebration, every table, you have vodka, which doesn't mean every Russian is drinking it, which doesn't mean every family is accepting it. But like a beer is to the German, the vodka bottle is to the Russian. But yeah.
Okay. And how many times do you have a meal in one day? Is it?
Yeah, I would say usually three meals per day. Sometimes more, sometimes less, depends on your day. But it's quite normal.
So breakfast time is around 7 or 8 in the morning, or? Yeah,
I think it all depends nowadays too, like where do you work, how do you work, your shifts, I think the Germans wake up way earlier than the Russians. The Russians like to wake up maybe at 8 or so, having the breakfast a bit like 8:30, 9, but some would say it's already too late because I have to be at work at that time. But the Germans like to get up sometimes at 5, 6 or 7 a.m. The Russians prefer to be up at like 8, I don't know. Yeah, and then you have the breakfast, so it's a bit later. So the dinner is also a bit not like at 6 p.m. but like 7, 8, 9. This is the dinner time. Yeah.
Okay. And in general, what do you prefer to have as a Russian food, like your favorite?
So as I said, pelmeni, you need it. I like it. It is it's easy. It's nutritious. It's good. Yeah, my favorite salad is olivier. I like those like meaty stuff covered in dough, like which is pierogi, chebureki, and all of that stuff.
Okay. Thanks a lot for all the food stuff from Russia.
Maybe we can have some pop-ups for some pictures, so you will be hungry and
let's craving for some Russian food. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to some activities that Russian people have. So, what's the common hobby in the Russian people?
Yeah, I guess, I mean, Russian people do a lot of things, do a lot of crazy things, nice things, but I think for a man, well, like a typical hobby is like go fishing. Fishing, like go to the lake, go to the river, and go fishing. Yeah, this is what men do sometimes, or often they like it, they do it. Russia is a big country, a lot of nature, rivers and stuff like that. You go fishing, you have a nice time. So it's fun. Yeah.
Okay. And what's the go-to destination when it comes to vacations? For example, in summer or in winters?
Yeah, Russia is not the biggest like vacation country, but when it comes to cities, visiting cities, of course, Moscow, St. Petersburg. When it comes to having like a beach holiday, you go to Sochi, for example. You go to Crimea. You know, it belongs to Russia now. Crimea is a nice place to have a holiday. Yeah, and nowadays it's becoming very trendy to go to Kamchatka, which is the absolute eastern peninsula of Russia, and there you kind of have like surfing. It's like cold surfing. People just get their neoprene costume on and they go surfing on Kamchatka, which is such a rural place, big place, and even have like volcanoes and stuff like that. And they go surfing in cold water.
In cold water.
In cold water, surfing in cold water, and yeah.
Okay, and outside Russia, if they want to visit somewhere, what would be like the go-to destination in that case?
I was thinking about this thing, and I would say Russians go to any place in the world. So it depends on what you like, what you prefer, what you would like to see, what you can afford. It can be Europe, it can be America, it can be any place. From what I know, Russians like to go for like a beach holiday to Turkey. That's what they like. I know they like going to Prague for like.
Some history
historical, beautiful city. But actually, any other place you will find and see Russians everywhere. They do holidays and stuff.
And apart from that, do you have any particular festival that Russians like celebrate around the year?
I would not say festival, but the fest is the biggest celebration. Is of course the New Year's Eve. This is the biggest. Everyone is celebrating it, and it's the most important. There is not, I don't know, like the big history behind it. It's just the way it is. It's just the most celebrated fest in the year. Yeah. This is it. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next session. That's the wedding session, to see how the Russian weddings are usually held. So how many events are there in the Russian weddings?
Yeah, it's not that big and fancy as in other cultures where I know they celebrate for a week or two or something like that. Russian have like the wedding process itself, and then they continue with the celebration either the same day or the next day or at the weekend, like a big celebration. From what I know, the celebration is like 1 day or 2 days
maximum.
I would say max. Like it's just this one big particular event, the celebration, and then actually the next day is already like actually it's over, you know. And it's maybe the next day is like the second day of celebration, but I think this is basically it from my point of view, from my knowledge. But this one particular hours of celebrations there is no limit in celebration, you know. So the excitement and the games and the food and the clothes and whatever you can imagine doing on a wedding, it's all welcomed. The bigger, the better. The fancier, the crazier, the better. Yeah.
Any special food you have for that wedding? Like, okay, the Russian wedding is incomplete without that food or drink.
I don't know. I think, as I say, the more, the better, the bigger. Of course, a big wedding cake cannot miss. I think alcoholic drinks cannot miss, and I guess all of that salads, all of that foods. I don't know. Not an expert in marriages, but I think it's just a celebration that is just over the top, bigger,
And how many people are there in a marriage? Like, how many people are invited?
I think it depends on the family, on the couple. It can be a small one, can be a big one. But of course, they try to do it as big as they can. They invite their family, friends, and try to get a location. But sometimes the celebration can also be just taking place in your flat, in your 2-room, 3-room apartment flat, because not everyone can afford renting a room or whatever, spending a lot of money on stuff for the wedding. It can also be just in your flat, and it can be amazing. So and Russians could be okay with that, and so
nice, that's nice. Okay, then we move on to some personal perspective that Andreas have. So what's the topic that you personally think that Russian people don't like talking about, or a bit, sensitive when they are talking about it? Like, for example, if a person who is outside from Russia and he wants to talk to a Russian guy, then he should not consider that topic,
I think there are not a lot of that type of topics.
Okay.
Russians are really open to any kind of topic, and Russians are really direct and honest, and I think they can discuss any topic. A hard topic is talking about the past times of communism, I would say, or socialism, because there are different opinions, different experiences, beliefs. It's a bit of a hard topic. Also, the governmental system, is it dictatorial? Is it not dictatorial? Different opinions, different points of view. Also, I think for a Russian it's okay to be stereotyped as a person who, I don't know, drinks vodka and stuff like that, which is not like particularly true in all cases. So some Russian may be offended, but I think a Russian is never offending if someone says, you drink so much vodka or something like that, or you ride a bear or something like you ride bears and whatever. I think they're all cool with it, and maybe the hard topic is like the difference between the poor people and the very rich people, oligarchs, and the majority of the population. So I think for Russian it's not the topic that is important, but the way your personal, the way you want to talk with it. Do you respect the person? Are you respectful in your
way of talking?
The way of talking, do you trying to understand the point of view? So it's all normal, natural. No hard feelings.
Okay, and who do you think is the most celebrated, the most famous person in Russia?
The most famous.
Everybody knows, all around Russia, everybody knows him or her.
So of course, when you talk about politicians, it's Vladimir Putin. Of course, he is like the politician. Everyone knows him, of course, but I don't consider him as a celebrity. He's just a political figure. When we maybe think about celebrities, it's Alla Pugacheva. She's already getting a bit old. It's a bit actually the generation of my parents and older. But she was really successful, really influential, and almost everyone knows her. And the younger generation now starts to, I guess, don't care, forget, whatever.
And maybe you can tell the audience like who exactly
who she is.
Yeah,
she is like you can say like good quality pop singer in Russia, something like that. So it's a pop singer, but like good quality, high level of national pop music or something like that, So maybe I'm saying some complete wrong things, but correct me if I'm wrong. But this is what I understand from that celebrity world. And I think a lot of people will agree.
Okay. And what do you think is the best trait, nature-wise, in the Russian people that Russian people are, proud of having?
Proud is a tough question, but I would say there is a good comparison between like Eastern European or Russian people compared to Western people or Americans or something like that. So when you talk about Russian, there is a saying like Russians are hard on the outside but soft on the inside. When you talk about Americans, for example, or Western people, they often tend to say they're soft on the outside but hard on the inside, which means like a Russian guy can be like maybe really like rude looking or like tough on the outside, maybe not so approachable, maybe hard to get in contact with, and maybe even rejecting. But when this is the hard thing on the outside, but when you get to know him, when you are friends with him, when you understand each other, he maybe will be even sacrificing himself for your friendship, for you, because he's soft on the inside. He cares, and this is like this Russian way. On the other hand, I don't know who says this, but it's just this like perspective.
Okay. And anything you think that we missed out that we should know about the Russian people?
Yeah, I think every Western, European Western people, I think it's very important to understand that Russians want to solve their own problems. They have enough problems with themselves, with their country. They are good enough if they're just left alone. They can deal with their stuff. Russians like to be respected on an international stage as a strong nation and a proud nation. Russia wants to make trade, business, communication, cooperation, and this will solve a lot of problems. We would come together, share the know-how, share our culture, live in peace together. We will have enough resources for everyone. The Germans have enough know-how for everyone, and the Russians have enough resources for everyone. When we combine this and be in peace, everything will be fine and settled. No ambitious taking over things. So yeah, I hope.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, and thanks again a lot for your time.
Yeah, thank you for the interview. Thank you for inviting. Thank you for listening, for your time.
And yeah, we wish you a happy evening ahead.
You too.
Yeah, see you again soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.